stuck in limbo ever since the Grenfell disaster. Like thousands around the country, Deepa Mistry and her family found themselves in a building that had unsafe cladding on it. And despite their home being opposite a fire station, they've been living with anxiety.
My middle child, he panics when he hears the fire alarm go off. So it's causing a real horrible amount of stress for me, worrying about them and then worrying about our future and why we can't move.
The cladding has now been removed, but work is still needed for this building to be declared safe and for Deepa to be able to sell her flat. The building owners told us they had to prioritise removing dangerous cladding from other buildings in their portfolio before carrying out further work here, and they won't be charging leaseholders.
Does the buildings bill make a difference to you?
Why push the burden of trying to get justice onto the leaseholders? This should come centrally, it should come from government. This shouldn't have to be done by the people living in the buildings. They're undergoing enough stress as it is. And also, how many of my neighbours or how many of neighbours in other blocks will actually get together and be committed to legal action? How many can put the money forward? How many can commit their time and effort towards doing this? It's just another thing that we do not need.
The bill will establish a building safety regulator who can enforce repair work like the removal of dangerous cladding. The time residents can bring legal action against developers will increase from 6 years to 15 and applies to buildings built from 2010. But these changes only affect buildings 18 metres or higher. Prompted by Grenfell, the Housing Secretary says the bill will ensure high standards of safety and give residents more power. But does it go far enough?
We're looking at 1.3 million properties that are unmortgageable or unsaleable. That's around 3 million plus people that are in this problem through no fault of their own. And it's a bit of both really, because obviously everyone's after Grenfell, what happened the 4 years, everyone's talking about cladding, building safety risk generally. But there's also been an element of there's been a lack of data from government. So actually they're trying to push forward this building safety bill without actually getting to grips with the actual problem.
Deepa Mistry and other leaseholders are now campaigning for more action.
We've come up with the alternative solution, which is called the Polluter Pays Bill, which is based on existing legislation for contaminated land. It allows a centrally appointed department to make the responsible pay. It's basically make the polluter pay. So in this case, if a developer built not according to regulations, they are the ones who fix it. If it's down to the manufacturer who provided incorrect materials, they are the ones who fix it. And it leaves the leaseholder out of this, which is exactly what we need.
Through the horror of Grenfell, we've seen what happens when residents' concerns about